into the Klumpe News. Welcome, je conta kijk de Klumpe News. Are the Dutch excluding immigrants? One of the biggest concerns in the Netherlands is the number of immigrants pouring into their country. Many Dutch people are not very happy about the continuous increase in the number of immigrants. The Dutch are especially concerned about the number of Muslim immigrants, which has risen to 6%. Workers of the Netherlands complain that they cannot compete with the foreigners who are willing to work for low wages, but the immigrants are also taking the jobs that the Dutch do not want. The Dutch are even more concerned with immigrants because the Netherlands' unemployment rate has reached 7%. Many people complain that this is due to the 5,000 Polish, Portuguese, and other immigrants taking their jobs. Immigration is becoming such a big problem in the Netherlands that the government has risen the issue to Code Orange. However, the Dutch government is not totally taking a step away from a multicultural society. The government is willing to accept immigrants if they learn to speak the Dutch language. The government is also willing to accept immigrants if they promise to follow the Dutch law carefully. One Dutch man by the name of Greet Wilders has put together a group of Dutch people against immigrants. He has built a group made up of anti-Europeans and anti-immigrants. Wilders holds numerous riots in which the crowd will chant about the good of having fewer immigrants. Many Dutch are not satisfied with the number of immigrants, but do believe that Wilders is taking the issue way too far by wanting to get rid of them completely. Immigration still continues to be an issue in the Netherlands, but the Dutch are doing what they can to absorb the flood of immigrants. And now we will move on to Christmas.
Some of the most celebrated holidays in the Netherlands have just passed, this being St. Nicholas Day and Christmas. St. Nicholas Day is always on the 6th of December, but in the Netherlands on the 5th is when the excitement begins. On the night before St. Nicholas Day, children put their shoes in front of a fireplace or windowsill in hope that in the morning, Sinterklaas, or St. Nicholas, will have filled their shoes with gifts or candy. Then they sing Sinterklaas songs. Some children, if lucky, might even get presents on St. Nicholas Eve. On St. Nicholas morning, Sinterklaas, wearing his red bishop's robe, will go to a city or town and ride down the streets on his horse. Each year he chooses a new city or town so that all children will have a chance to see him. Now compared to St. Nicholas Day, Christmas is a more mellow holiday. Christmas is actually celebrated on the 25th and 26th of December. In the week before Christmas, people will start to put up decorations and their Christmas trees. New presents, music, and other Christmassy things are put into local stores. On Christmas Day, many people go to church in the morning. Then most people will spend the rest of their day with family and friends, have dinner, and maybe do a little gift exchanging. The 26th is similar to Christmas Day. People will again spend this day with family, go to church, and maybe do some shopping. But overall, St. Nicholas Day is what gets the people most excited. Speaking of Christmas, here's Trina talking about racism.
Thanks, Jessica. In the Netherlands, December 5th is considered the eve of St. Nicholas. On this day, Sinterklaas brings children an assortment of presents and sweets. Now, there's nothing wrong with this, but the issue comes when his assistant, Black Peters, comes up. Black Peters was originally depicted as an African American, but is typically portrayed as an actor who puts on a black face, which is theatrical makeup to represent a black person. It also includes thick, dramatically painted on lips and a black, curly wig. The controversy surrounding this is that many citizens feel that the tradition is an act of discrimination and racism. Just this past year, the dispute was so fierce that the UN was involved. Several minority rights activists stated that due to the small minority population in the Netherlands, many racist charges are not addressed. Blackface has become such a large topic that it recently seeped into the fashion industry. The theme was African American cultural icons, but instead of actually using African Americans, Vogue Netherlands decided to use Caucasian models with black face paint. But, dealing with the holiday, many Dutch supporters of it agreed that in order to keep a sort of peace, it would be a wise idea to continue to evolve the character of Black Pete. And after the commercial break, Alex will be joining us for teaching us about a basic Netherlands meal.
I've fallen, and I can't get up!
In the European nation of the Netherlands, the primary style of cooking is Dutch cuisine. A Dutch meal customarily consists of meat, vegetables, and a starch, such as potatoes. Contrary to some beliefs, Dutch cuisine goes beyond cheese and herring, a type of fish. The Dutch don't have a specific cuisine. You can find a regular meal of potatoes, vegetables, and meat just as easily as a proper Italian, Chinese, Turkish, Italian, or Mediterranean meal. Breakfast and lunch are simple meals of bread, fruit, and some form of dairy. Supper is usually a warm meal served between 6 and 7 o'clock. Some traditional Dutch meals include snert, a peas soup with sausage, bitterballen, a deep-fried beef snack, and stamppot, a winter dish with vegetables, potatoes, and meat, all smashed together into one stew. Some traditional Dutch desserts include oliebollen, which are dough balls made from a batter consisting of the usual flour, milk, eggs, and they're deep-fried in hot oil. Sometimes beer is used instead of yeast to put a Dutch touch on it. Also, there are things called apple beignets, which are another festive Dutch dessert, and they are round apple slices dipped in a sweet batter, deep-fried, and then served with some cinnamon and sugar. I will hand it off to Jara.
Hi, I'm here with the weather, geography, and climate of the Netherlands. The geography of the European part of the Netherlands is unusual in that much of its land has been reclaimed from the sea and is below sea level, protected by dikes. The country can be split into two areas, the low and flatlands of the west and north, and the higher lands with minor hills in the east and south. The highest point in the Netherlands is at 322.7 meters above sea level. As you can see in this picture, a large majority of the Netherlands is below sea level. The Netherlands has a typical maritime climate, influenced by the North Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. It has cool summers and mild winters. There are very few sunny days in the summer, and the wind is often very strong. Rainfall is distributed throughout the year, with a slightly drier period from April to September. The number of sunshine hours is affected by the fact that because of the geographical latitude, the length of the days varies between barely 8 hours in December and nearly 17 hours in June. This picture shows the unusual climate of the Netherlands. Thanks for watching the weather, geography, and climate of the Netherlands.
Tune in next time for De Compleno.